Greetings, River Lady here, and today I'm talking about one of my favorite shade-loving perennials, Astilbe. There are loads of types of Astilbe from which to choose, and no matter which variety you choose, they'll provide you with beautiful fern-like foliage and airy, feathery plumes of flowers. You can find them in reds, pinks, lavenders. One of my absolute favorite is Bridal Veil, which comes in a pristine white. Astilbes are great for zones 3 through 8, and there are early blooming varieties that bloom from May to June, or late blooming varieties that bloom from July to August. Be mindful when you do buy Astilbe because there are many smaller dwarf varieties now on the market. So you want to make sure that unless you're looking for a compact plant, you're going for the normal traditional Astilbe plant, which is a hybrid from the naturally growing Astilbe of North America. One of the benefits of the dwarf varieties is that they're much more tolerant of dry soil. Traditional Astilbe like to have their roots damp, not saturated but damp. And one way to ensure that happens is to mulch around the plant to help hold in the moisture so that the plant doesn't dry out. If Astilbe dries out, it stresses the plant and then you're more likely to lose the plant. Unlike the dwarf varieties, which are much more forgiving when the soil does get dry. Here's a beautiful purple variety, and you can see a duck feather on the flower plume, and this plant is growing in complete shade. Astilbe will grow in total shade, partial shade. If you grow the plant in complete shade, it won't grow as tall. As you can see, these flower stalks are a lot shorter than the previous plant, and it won't grow as big. Giving the plant early morning sun encourages it to grow larger and for the flower stalks to grow tall. The plant in full sun tends to stay much more compact in size and not last very long with its blossoms. They tend to fade rather quickly. Astilbe blossoms can last from 2 to 4 weeks in the right conditions. Here's one of the dwarf varieties of Astilbe. And this is, again, a late blooming Astilbe. He's just finishing his blossoms. He's actually being buried by my monk's hood. So I'm going to be doing some transplanting of him. Here you can see the monk's hood taking over. I'm going to be doing some transplanting next spring and moving this little guy. Astilbe loves to be propagated. In the early spring, when you start to see the plant emerging from the soil, and the soil is able to be worked with, go ahead and cut it up and relocate parts of it and spread the joy. That's it on growing Astilbe. So I want you to get out there, head to your garden center, and grab a few plants. Happy gardening!